Hello and welcome to my League 2 Game Week 31 predictions. I know we've got a few games tonight in League 2. So yeah, you won't hear my reaction to those, but as they are games in hand for teams catching up from postponed matches. So yeah, let's just dive straight into the weekend's games for League 2 this weekend. Accrington versus Salford is up first then on Thursday night. Two sides that are in some decent form, it has to be said. Accrington back-to-back wins for them over Newport and Cheltenham respectively. Salford did beat Tranmere by 2-0 at the weekend. Salford's only lost in their last 5 coming at home to Chesterfield. 0-0 draw between Accrington and Walsall way before Accrington's back-to-back wins. Do Accrington play tonight? No, they don't. Well, they won't be playing tonight because it'd be 48 hours before the next fixture. Earlier in the season was 2-1 home win for Salford City. Last time did play at Accrington was on the 21st December 2024. 2-0 away win for Salford. 3 wins for Accrington. 1 draw, 3 wins for Salford City. Salford sit third in the table. Accrington sit 13th. I'm going to back Carl Robinson's boys in this one to get over the line. I'm going to go for a 2-1 Salford City away win in this one. I think they'll continue that charge and maybe get into League 1 next season, but we'll have to wait and see on that one. But yes, Salford wins by 2-1 over Accrington here. Into the 12:30 kickoffs where we've got 2 of those, and up first is Crawley versus Crewe. Crawley will be looking to win this, unbeaten in their last 3 games under Scott Lindsay. They've started to pick up recently. At the Broadfield, they'll be looking to continue the same after beating Harrogate last time out. Crewe did beat Colchester by 1-0 as well at the weekend. Crawley also don't play tonight. Crewe do play tonight. They go away to Barnet, which will be difficult probably. But yeah, you might expect Crewe to get over the line in that one. Earlier in the season, 1-0 a home win for Crewe Alexandra over Crawley on the 16th of August. On that one, they did play in the League 2 playoffs and Crawley won that by 2-0. I think that was a playoff final. Do correct me if I'm wrong in that one. 4 wins for Crawley, 5 draws, 13 wins for Crewe on this one. 10th sit Crewe at the moment. Crawley sit 19th. I'm going to back a draw in this one. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw between the sides. I think if this was at Crewe, I would back Crewe to go over the line, but just because it's at Crawley and they've got some decent form on them, I'm going to back a 1-1 draw here. Swindon versus Oldham is the other 12:30 kickoff. Then Swindon beating Barrow by 3-1 at the weekend, ending their horrible run of 4 back-to-back losses for Oldham at the moment. We're at Barnet and at home to Cambridge. Not particularly good after they were riding a bit of a storm. After that, they were unbeaten in 3 before that. I think Swindon scored 9 in their last 5. Oldham scored 7 in their last 5. Also, Oldham haven't kept a clean sheet in 5 either. 6 wins for Swindon, 5 draws, 7 wins for Oldham. Earlier in the season, Swindon did win this by 2-1 at Mickey Mellon's Oldham. Ian Holloway will be looking to get back-to-back wins at home on the board in this one. Do I think they're going to do it? I think they might. They could definitely. Well, I think Oldham struggle a bit away, so it should be a Swindon home win. 6th versus 16th in the table. Last time they did play, Swindon did win back in League 2 2022, 6 wins for Swindon, 5 draws, 7 wins for Oldham. I'm going to back Swindon to win this one. I'm going to go for a 2-1 home Swindon win. May sound a bit basic and a bit boring, but yeah, I think Swindon will get over the line in this one and beat Oldham by 2-1. Bristol Rovers versus Chesterfield is next then at the Memorial Stadium. Bristol Rovers getting a big win over Newport last time out by 3-0. Scoreline, Chesterfield drew at home to Walsall 2-2. Did get a big win away at Salford before that as well. Earlier in the season was a 3-1 home win for Chesterfield over Bristol Rovers. 2 wins for Bristol Rovers, 1 draw, 4 wins for Chesterfield. Chesterfield sit 8th in the table. Bristol Rovers getting themselves out of that drop zone kind of mess at the moment that is down there of Newport and Harrogate and Shrewsbury and themselves. Steve Evans looking to drag his team out, maybe get a bit of momentum riding now in this one. As I said earlier in the season, they did win this 3-1. Last time they did play was in League 1 in 2017, 2-1 home win for Bristol Rovers. Crazy that Chesterfield have been to the National League and back in that time. Bristol Rovers have scored 6 in their last 5. So have Chesterfield, who averages 1.6 goals a match and 7 penalties this season. I'm going to back Chesterfield No, actually, no, I'm not. I'll go back another 2-2 draw in this one. Just because Bristol Rovers are at home, similar to the Crawley Crewe game, I think just because Bristol Rovers are at home, I'm going to back a 2-2 draw in this one between Bristol Rovers and Chesterfield. I don't think a lot will separate these two, just because Bristol Rovers are riding a bit of winning against Newport 3-0. I think that might continue with the good momentum. So, yeah, back in Desmond, 2-2 here. Cheltenham versus MK Dons then. Cheltenham, yeah, kind of been off the boil a little bit last couple of weeks. Last 4 on the trot in all competitions. Last win came at home to Crawley, which was a 3-0 victory. MK Dons probably picking up a decent point against Grimsby, but the way they threw it away probably isn't a decent point after what happened. 3 wins on the trot before that for MK Dons over Accrington, Shrewsbury and Bristol Rovers. MK Dons did beat Cheltenham 5-0 earlier in the season, did Paul Wharton's side. They do sit just outside the automatic spots, need to get back in there. It's been an incredible race all season. I think it will go down to the wire. 2 wins for Cheltenham, 4 draws, 6 wins for MK Dons. MK Dons sits 2 points off Cambridge, a point off Salford in 2nd and 3rd respectively. Cheltenham sit 18th. Don't think they're going to be relegated. Steve Cottrell kind of dragged them out of that drop zone, or drag them out of the chaos, but they could get sucked in if other teams start winning around them. I'm going to back MK Dons for a 1-0 away victory here over Cheltenham Town in this one. I think MK Dons will be back to winning ways after that, probably 2 drop points at Grimsby, it has to be said. Colchester versus Shrewsbury then. Colchester will look to bounce back from their back-to-back defeats at home to Grimsby and away at Crewe. Shrewsbury haven't been particularly good on the form table either. They're right back in that relegation fight if they weren't already out of it earlier in the season. 2-0 away win for Colchester. Last time did play on the 16th of August. I think that was Colchester's first win of the season. Could be wrong though. They haven't played in the league at Colchester since 2016. That was a 0-0 draw. They played in the FA Cup. Shrewsbury won that 3-2 at their place. 2 wins for Colchester, 4 draws, 2 wins for Shrewsbury. Shrewsbury sit 22nd, Colchester sit 11th. I'm going to back Colchester to win this. I think this could be quite a routine win for them. I'm going to go for a 3-1 Colchester United home win in this one over a Shrewsbury side that don't look amazing and are definitely in contention to get relegated this season. So 3-1 to Colchester. Fleetwood versus Bromley now then. Fleetwood only 1 win out of their last 5, and that came against Harrogate. Bromley, brilliant table toppers. They look like they're going to go to League One next season. 4-1 away winners for them over Gillingham at the weekend. Brilliant away win, that one. Did drop a couple of points at home to Crewe and maybe away at Chesterfield in there as well, but you can't win every game. Earlier in the season was a 2-2 draw between Bromley and Fleetwood. 1 win for Fleetwood, 2 draws, 1 win for Bromley. Bromley, of course, sit top of the table. Fleetwood sit 15th. Fleetwood scored 6 in their last 5, haven't kept a clean sheet in 7. Bromley have scored 10 in their last 5. They're ranked the best away from home this season. It's all pointed to a Bromley win, and I'm gonna back it. I'm gonna back a 2-0 away Bromley win at Fleetwood. The fixtures don't get any easier for Fleetwood after they face Notts County last time out. I think they've got quite a tough run of games coming up. So yeah, couple of away games, but yeah, back in Bromley to win by 2 goals to 0. Sorry. Gillingham versus Tranmere in this one. You could probably say the battle of the lower mid-table clubs as this one takes place at Priestfields. Gillingham got battered at home to Bromley. They'll be looking to respond from that at home this weekend against a very poor Tranmere side at the moment. Gillingham did win back-to-back games against the 2 bottom clubs before that. 3-0 over Harrogate, 3-2 win over Newport. 1-1 draw early in the season when these sides did play. They're going to have to hit back against Tranmere and Andy Crosby's side in this one, as they are on horrible form. I think Crosby could be sacked if they did lose this game. 4 wins for Gillingham, 4 draws, 2 wins for Tranmere. Last time they did play at Gillingham as a 3-0 home win for Gillingham over Tranmere on that one. Gillingham are going to win this, I think. I'm going to go for only a scrappy 1-0 home win. I think it'd be quite tight and scrappy just because Gillingham aren't on after getting spanked last week. I don't think they're going to be exactly too confident, and Tranmere are going to be not confident at all, losing 5 on the trot. 1-0 home win for Gillingham here. Now to the 4 team in the division, as is Cambridge, as they take on Simon Weaver and bottom club Harrogate. Harrogate just yeah, don't even need to speak about their form. They've lost to Crawley, Fleetwood, Gillingham, Shrewsbury, and Stockport, despite that being in the EFL Trophy recently. Cambridge 4 wins on the trot. They've been the form team in the division right now. They just keep winning under Neil Harris, don't they? 1-1 draw earlier in the season in 2025. They did have a bonkers game in 2021 where Harrogate did beat them 5-4 at the Exercise Stadium. Of course, one win for Harrogate, 1 draw, 1 win for Cambridge. 1-1 draw earlier in the season. As I said, I don't think Cambridge started the season the best, but they are coming on strong now. I wouldn't be surprised if they even went and won this league, to be honest, if Bromley did have some sort of drop-off. Cambridge looking very, very good for an immediate return to League One. Cambridge should win this. I'm going to back them to win this. I'm going to go for a 3-1. I'm going to back Harrogate to score. I think it'll be a 3-1 away Cambridge win in this one over Harrogate here. I think Cambridge quite comfortably will beat Harrogate in this one by 3-1. Newport versus Grimsby then at Rodney Parade. Can Grimsby continue their unbeaten start in 2026? I think they're unbeaten in 2026. They are unbeaten in 2026. Unbeaten since Boxing Day, actually. They take on a Newport side under Christian Fuchs that have only won 1 of their last 5, and that was at home to Chesterfield. They'll be looking to hit back after their horrible result away at Bristol Rovers at the weekend. Grimsby did beat Newport earlier in the season by 2-1 in what was a bit of a scrappy game. Grimsby getting a last-minute winner as well as scoring in the first minute as well. 9 wins for Newport, 8 draws, 9 wins for Grimsby. Grimsby sit 9th at the table. Newport sit 23rd. Last time to play back at Newport was a 0-0 draw. It's been a few draws when these sides have last played, and I think I might be heading towards the same again, to be honest, even though Grimsby are riding a bit of a storm at the moment and riding a massive momentum shift after their little blip over Christmas. They are fighting their way back towards those playoff places, aren't they, under David Artell? We'll have to wait and see if they get in them come the end of the season. I'm going to back a 1-1 draw here. I don't know why. I just think Grimsby might drop some points here. And they've won quite a lot recently. Have a good fight back against MK Dons as well. I'm backing a 1-1 draw between Newport and Grimsby here. Notts County and Barrow are up next. Notts County need to win this if they are to stay in touch. No Andy Wing in charge of Barrow anymore. Paul Gallagher is the man in charge there at the moment. They take on Martin Patterson's Notts County, who these two sides will have similar styles of play from what this is saying. So, this kind of plays into Notts County's hands, although Barrow did win this fixture earlier in the season on the 16th of August 2-1, but that was a long, long time ago. 1 win for Notts County, 3 draws, 3 wins for Barrow. A bit of a bogey side for Notts County is Barrow here at Meadow Lane. Notts County won 4 on the trot. I don't think there's going to be any bogey side about this, though. I think Notts County should get over the line quite comfortably. 7 in their last 5, scored in 6 in their last 5 of Barrow. They haven't kept a clean sheet in 14. Barrow haven't lost to Notts County in the last 5 meetings, though, which is a bit of a problem. If you are Notts County, then you need to be getting 1 over on Barrow. I'm going to back them to do it here. I'm going to go for a 2-0 home Notts County win. Although they do struggle against the bottom sides at home, like Accrington and Harrogate, I believe. I wouldn't be surprised if Barrow went and got something here, but I think Notts County will just finally sort this poor form out against the bottom clubs at Meadow Lane, and we're by 2-0 here. And the final game is Walsall taking on Barnet. Then Walsall drew 3 on the trot. They are limping on the edge of those playoff places at the moment. Shrewsbury did pick up a draw against Barnet. That was 2 drop points for Dean Brennan's side in that one. 3 wins out of their last 5 over Tranmere, Oldham and Crawley, all coming at home as well against kind of poor sides you'd expect them to beat. They've had quite a favourable run of fixtures of Barnet. They're still firmly in the playoff race, probably about only 6 points off in fairness to them. Earlier in the season, Walsall did beat them 2-1 at their place. Under Matt Sadler, of course. Walsall 1 win, 0 draws, 0 wins for Barnet. That was the only time they've played. Walsall will be looking to win this, you would imagine. I don't know, this is a tough one to call because Barnet's away form is okay, but then they have dropped off in recent weeks, it has to be said. Barnet have kept the most clean sheets in the league. I can see another draw happening here. I don't think Barnet are going to keep a clean sheet. I'm going to say Walsall 2-1 just over Barnet, but it genuinely could be any result this one. But yeah, 2-1 to Walsall over Barnet here, and yeah, just get over the line. Thank you very much for watching my League 2 Game Week 31 predictions. If you did like the video, don't forget to like, share, subscribe, do all of that good stuff, and I'll speak to you all on the next one, which will be League 1 predictions tomorrow. So don't forget to stay tuned for that, hit the notification bell while you're at it, and I'll speak to you all on the next one.